Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike here from Arizona, just making a quick video. I do want to say I am loving this setup right here. I will actually be making this setup for all of my betta fish. I have several 20-gallon tanks. I just have to get the time now to silicone the spacers in place. The way it kind of works, the way I have it now, is there are 6 slots here on a 20-gallon tank, which means that they have just over 3 gallons per fish. So that's a lot better. I mean, however, these are not bad. These are 40-ounce containers, and by no means have any of these fish suffered because I don't keep fish long enough to actually have them in there months on end or whatever. At most, a fish I have maybe 2 weeks on hand, and then it sells. But I do want to show you this this setup right here, as I've shown you in the past. I mean, all the fish in here are great. None of them are stressed out at all. I mean, none of my other fish are stressed out either. However, this is just a much better setup. And I'm trying to highlight here this betta here. This is a giant. This guy is absolutely amazing. He comes up black on screen, but if I get a little bit of light on him, you may be able to see the blue. He's actually a dark blue, and he has red fins. This guy is awesome. I just wish that he would show up better on camera because this doesn't do any justice to this fish whatsoever. I'm gonna have to figure out the way to get better lighting just so I can even get good photos of him. He is literally double the size of this veil tail here. I know it's hard to see, but he literally is. If you're looking for something slightly different with a little bit more personality, in my opinion, these guys have actually a lot more personality than most of the male bettas do. If you're looking for something with more personality, they tend to flare a lot more actually, especially if you kind of stand by the tank. They will actually flare at you. They seem to be a little bit more aggressive, if you want to put it that way, but overall just lots of personality, lots of color, and they do like a heavy planted tank. The care level is exactly the same on a regular betta than it is on these guys, but I gotta say that this has become one of my favorites. I have several of these, literally look identical to this guy, dark blue with bright red fins. This is absolutely amazing. As far as the rest of my fish room goes, everything's going good. I have some yellow cobra guppies in here as well. They've been breeding. I have some baby albino bristlenose plecos. I had a breed of those that worked out really well. So also where I keep my tiger neorites. I've actually been feeding them nori, seaweed, and cucumber, and they love that. In here I keep the zebra neorites and also lots of guppy grass, as you can see. And this is actually a sorority tank. There's probably about 7 nice females in here, and I keep them in here. They do really well. There's no animosity at all, no fighting, no nothing. And again, it's because it's heavily planted, they do good. This tank is doing really good. This is my koi endler tank, and I have assassin snails in here because assassin snails every now and again become in demand when people's tanks break out with the pest snails. These do really good at eating pest snails. I actually grow ram's horns outside and feed them to these guys. Over here is just another tank that I got going. There's really not much in here. I did have a bunch of red racers, but I sold most of them. I want to see if I have any in here still so I can show you guys. I know a lot of you guys like red racers because not many people carry them in the United States. I don't get them very often, but when I do, I buy enough. And I got one back here. Let's see, there we go. I mean, red racers are awesome. See if I get a better lighting. So the shell is bright red and it's got some yellow hints. It looks like it almost has tire tracks on here. Absolutely amazing snail. I love them. They are a great cleanup crew. They have same care level as every other neorite, just a lot more rare to get. Put that guy back. I also keep this guy in here. He's loving it. Needed to get some good photos of him, so I actually decided to design this tank for him. Keep it in there. However, I depending on how things go, I may set up this tank just like the one over there and separate the snails that way too. I may be able to keep track of them. I have a couple of bulb plants in here as well. This is just a plotty tank with some mystery snails. Everything's doing good in here. I'm actually just floating which is starting to melt back. I'm floating some jungle val and also some, what is this? Some of my crypts. I have some real, I don't remember the name of this one, forgive me, but it's a very large crypt. And it's got some new growth coming out the middle. I'm just floating them, and I'm going to be planting them outdoors so I can get some natural sunlight and start to really thrive. I noticed I have mystery snail eggs there, so maybe I'll be able to get a couple of babies out of that, who knows. Everything's going really good. And here again, I'm floating some Amazon swords, because again, you get a little bit of dieback in the beginning, but again, I'm getting some new growth out of the middle on these guys, and they look really good. A little bit dry in the parts that are growing out of the water, but it's what you have to expect. It's not as humid as they really need it to be. Everything else is going good. I can't really complain. I have a lot more videos to come. It's been a while since I put up a video, but I promise that they will be coming. There's lots to talk about. But you guys have a great day. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.